Okay, so I want to talk about light language. Obviously, you know a little bit about it after listening to it the last some odd days, almost 30 days. And I wanted to talk to you more about illuminated light language and what light language is really here to do and why it is so important. And if you are watching this and in the process of really receiving everything, you are also here to turn on your light language. So, light language is a universal language, it's our soul language. Everybody can feel it, can resonate it. That's why you don't really need to understand it to receive the codes that shift in you, because it's all about the soul resonance. And so it will kind of be in your system and you'll kind of soak it up like a sponge, even though you don't know what the liquid is, to kind of give you a visual of it. So the sponge, even though it's just like, okay, the sponge is to soak up water, and that's what it knows. It's, water is maybe the English language, and it's soaking up the water, it's soaking up the water, it's a sponge, da da da. Now maybe liquid gold comes in, or a gold liquid comes in, and it's still soaking up the water, even though it doesn't know what it can't differentiate if it's English or if it's water or if it's gold or if it's light language or if it's English. It's kind of like that kind of visual representation of it. So light language is here to recode and turn on our DNA and to activate our field, brighten it up. It's just here to help us brighten, release, let go. Things don't have to be as hard. It's that soul remembrance of all of the magic that we have inside of us, that you have inside of you. So all the magic that you see in other people that they're able to do, you have that also within you, in your own unique code, in your own unique frequency. So light language is brought down and reawakened within us because it is time for that shift. It's time for us to be like, yes, this is who I am. Yes, we're going to wake everybody else up and wake up myself and turn myself on and really live within that next level frequency that we are here to bring forward within Earth. And how Earth does this, how we're able to support that, is through light language and through this energy work and shifting first ourselves, shifting how we view things, opening up our consciousness, our perceptions of things, broadening that. And that also comes with that energy shift. So as you start to look at things differently, of like, whoa, I have a broader perspective, you have a whole different perspective and lens of life. So this is what light language is also kind of helping you do, is just broadening that perspective that you already have. It's just kind of taking off those layers, activating things that were shut off. It just does a lot of things like that. So the light language specifically is here to help us do that. And as we start to get more curious about that, if you're like, ooh, I want to learn more about this, always feel free to ask any questions. And if you're curious about it and you're wanting to connect with it, most likely that's your soul resonance of being like, ooh, I recognize this. This feels fun and exciting. And I know that this is meant for me. So it's like, it's in your awareness for that reason too. So we're not anybody that speaks light language. We need to be able to help others turn their light language on too, because not one, two, 10, 100 people, that's just not going to be enough. We need so many more people to turn on and help turn each other on. So it's kind of like that, like, oh, I turned my light switch on, I'm going to help you turn your light switch on. And this is how to do it. So light language is here to remind us that, and to give us that unconditional love, code us in that gold, and really shift us energetically, even if we're not logically understanding it or logically knowing why you feel called to this or why it feels good or what it's actually doing. In your kind of soul gut feeling that it just feels really good, and you want to listen to it some more, and you want to try to bring it forward within your own. So we all have that vibrational resonance within our own voice. And so when we're able to turn that on and release that light language within our own vessel that we chose, and our, kind of soul vibration speaking out, it's going to help really brighten up and and really vibrate and increase the energy around us, around other people, and especially the earth, because every light language transmission that comes is also the earth is receiving that too. It's just like sucking that up like a sponge in water. So this is to activate your own light language codes and your own personal soul language, your soul language. So, light language sounds, sings, comes out way, way differently in other people. So, someone's light language might sound completely different than, say, mine or somebody else's. That's the way that it is being expressed, and it's supposed to be sound different. It's not all supposed to sound the same, but it does do very similar things. We have different codes within the light language that it's supposed to unlock different things versus others. So I might be more activating and somebody might be more healing, or someone might be more doing more grid work versus doing more past life work or whatnot. So there are specific channels of the light language that each individual channels that might be more of a priority. You might be connecting to certain angels, to certain star families, to your higher self, to your original soul. So you can get and receive your light language from a lot of different areas, and you can, play into that and start to connect to that light language in a protective kind of room. So you want to coat yourself in protection. Ask Archangel Michael to clear your space, clear your being, and really only agree to connect and anchor with all energy that is of the highest light, love, and compassion. And that's, be very clear with this is the only light language that I want to have come down, and be very clear with that. So you know exactly who you want to connect with, what you're bringing down, and being helpful for the planet. So just going to send that activation in for your own soul language. When you're ready, you could take a deep breath. Ushadra mokwetra shakwe shatra mokwere shitai kashtuedna mokwetrai. Ushateri da kashatoe shasakaira troetra kantiwe mokwetrai. Onoko shatekira to koshadara mokwere karashiro to kwe shadara mokwere tekira. Uri shadramo kuri trakshakitri I kotrosha takadra shukwai tri mu kushitrai sakadra mu kwai I shadrat kotre shamo kwetri shikitri sikua triki dramu kwetrai. Uri shitrai kotromo kwetrai shadramo kwetrai hai trashato kwetrai ishtrai itro kwetrai imu kushitri tkidrai. Uri trai shitrakotra mukwetri shitkatri tkidra osukwe shatrai ayadroi shatra kidra mo tuetrai isiki ratra ashetrai hayeta asakosh tuika mukwetrai uri shitakiri ruashtra mukwetrai itruasiki trimo tukaitra tikite takwase hashtara ikoshatra kitro mukwetri. And just let yourself feel whatever that feels like. You don't have to make sense of it. It's less about the sound or making sense of it in a logical language way, but more feeling the energetic vibrance of it. Let yourself just soak it all in, visualizing yourself as that sponge, soaking up all of that gold liquid, healing any parts of yourself, activating any parts of yourself, releasing anything that is no longer needs to be there. And if you feel called to turn on and remember your own soul language, you can set up a space, call on Archangel Michael to protect you, and ask to connect with your light language that is from the highest love, light, and compassion. And let it rip. If you have any questions with this, you can always message me on Instagram or comment below if you have any questions about how to do that and needing more support or wanting more support or just wanting more clarification on what to do. I have different pamphlets that I can send you, and I will see you in the next video.